G'day guys, Rana here from the Influencer Project, and today I want to talk to you about something that a lot of entrepreneurs maybe don't talk about. Everyone loves to market themselves as winning, going bigger and better, but what about the days when you just feel disappointed? Life just kicks you in the guts. How do you overcome that? How do you deal with that? Last Friday, I was talking to a client, and we were talking about how sometimes we set big goals, and the cost of setting big goals is that in order to reach it, sometimes you take a step up that mountain and that foothold, that little step crumbles away. We were talking about the realities of being an entrepreneur, you know? It's kind of like jumping off a cliff and putting your parachute together on the way down, or building a plane on the way down. You know, we often leap before we think about what we need to do, and I think that's the beauty of being an entrepreneur. But I think it's also one of the risks, and why there's a lot of tension, stress, mental health inside of being an entrepreneur. And what I wanted to say is, we look at winning, and there's so much about hustling and playing this massive game. But the one thing that I really want to talk about, or at least get across, is that, you know what, it's okay to have it any day. It's okay to reframe what having a bad day is: losing a few clients, not hitting your targets, not quite reaching that goal that you've set that was here, but you got here. Rewarding yourself for sometimes taking the action. And yes, the result might not have been there, but the fact that you had a big goal meant that you achieved more than you would have if you didn't have that goal to begin with. And often as entrepreneurs, we just don't give ourselves enough credit. So what do I do when life kicks me in the guts? I take a moment. I acknowledge the fact that I feel crap. I acknowledge the fact that I feel disappointed. I acknowledge the fact, I call it, I name it, so I'm aware of it. And then what I do is I look back and say, okay, what have some of the wins been? Because you know what happens as entrepreneurs? We often don't congratulate ourselves on the actions that we did take. We're often so busy chasing the things that are in front of us that we never stop and actually congratulate ourselves and reward ourselves for the work that's taken to get to where we are. And like anything in life, if you don't acknowledge, reward, or even, reinforce with some level of positivity what it takes for someone or something outside of yourself, inside of what they're looking to create, if you don't give positive reinforcement, chances are that person, that thing, won't improve, won't grow, won't expand. Just like we need that. And sometimes the best validation we can have is self-validation, to say, you know what, I feel crap. Things didn't turn out the way I wanted. But you know what happened as a result of me actually just stepping outside of my comfort zone and taking this risk and doing this thing, is that I learned this, I did that, I created that, I achieved this, I met that person, and just being grateful for the fact that somewhere, someone in the world is probably having a crappier day than you. And then looking down at that piece of paper and you go, you know what? I actually didn't do too bad. Now, I don't know about you. How do you handle having a bad day? I would love to hear about it below. One of the things I think is that we're so caught up in trying to show how great things are that we actually forget to acknowledge that sometimes having a day is okay. Anyway, look forward to keeping the conversation rolling below. Thanks, guys. Chat soon.